Is everything okay?
I just want to get my things out of the truck and I'm just gonna cancel this.
Okay, I'll cancel so it doesn't cost you any money, okay?
I'm so sorry.
Don't sweat it. Hold on, let me get your stuff.
I definitely want to talk about that ride. Hi, my name is Levi Spires. This is the Tip You in the App Daily Drive podcast. In this episode, I'll go over all of my numbers from the night. I will go over basically my 5 lessons, and the 5th lesson being what I learned from that ride. And then I want to talk to you about something really exciting, a challenge for you to earn $100. I'll Venmo you $100, and I'll talk about that at the end of the episode. All right, let's walk through my numbers. I'm going to do some reading here. So I earned $613 on Uber and Lyft, and that includes a $20 cash tip. Thank you so much for that cash tip. It was a regular, and I really appreciated it. I spent 18 hours out of the house. So it was a long day. Now, I didn't drive for 18 hours straight. I slept for about an hour, took a nap. I charged my car a couple of different times. I went and got something to eat for lunch and dinner and kind of a breakfast. It was so long. I drove 323 miles. Here are some details. I made $545 on Uber. $348 were in fares, $91 in promos, $105 in tips, $20 a cash tip. So it ended up being $60.74 for every active hour, basically when I was driving a passenger on my way to pick up a passenger or had a passenger in my car. On Lyft, I made $47. All 3 of those rides tipped me for $13 total, and that was $62 per active hour. I would have 100% driven more Lyft rides because I like the Lyft app better. But honestly, there were like times like for an hour plus, I just didn't get a ride. And I think that's a function of where I drove. And I'll go over those things from my lessons. Okay, so the 5 lessons from the night. The first thing, I planned on driving a super long night. I wanted to make as much money as possible. And so I created a plan. Before I went out, before I got in my car and started driving, I created a plan. And that plan included like how long I was going to go out for. I actually brought with me some changes of clothes if I got stayed in a place where I wanted to drive the next morning or something like that. I really wanted to be available to drive any and every ride. Part of my plan was to make sure that I was had enough available driving time to really make as much money well into the early morning hours. I didn't end up driving that way, but I had a plan, and I really think that's super important. Don't just turn on the app and kind of wander. So my plan was to drive to Ithaca, complete a couple of not early morning, but midday bonuses that I had. A couple of Uber Eats and some shopping orders, and I did that. Then I took a break, and then Zeke, my friend, we talked about, what other places do we want to go? So we looked driving in Syracuse. We looked at Binghamton. We looked at Auburn. We looked at Oswego. And then Zeke really wanted to go to Watertown, which is like 2 hours away. But it was a slow time, and we were just kind of game planning where we wanted to go next. We decided to stay in Ithaca. And as you're going to find out, that was, as you can see, $600. It was a good night. Okay. The second thing, a big radius. Now, this is probably controversial for a lot of drivers. But because I live in the middle of nowhere, I have to drive somewhere. And so for me, a 30-minute to an hour-long drive just to get to a place to do Uber driving, it makes it really, I just have a big radius. And so I'll drive in Albany, I'll drive in Rochester, places that are an hour and a half, even 2 hours away from my house, I'll drive to them if I know I'm going to do an 18-hour plus long adventure thing. Now, I'm not saying you should have a big radius if where you live, you can turn on the app and get rides. I know there are people, a lot of people that live in major cities, and they can just turn their app on in their bedroom and watch for rides. And when a good ride comes in, they can get out, jump in their car, and go make money. That's just not the case with me. If I turn my app on here at my house, I could go for a day and not even get offered one ride. So I have to drive to Syracuse at a minimum just to get rides, or I have to drive to Utica or some other place. So have a big radius. And now your radius, if you are in a bigger city, but you know you're going to put a 10, 12, 20-hour day or whatever you're going to put together, expand your radius. So I don't know, if you're in LA, maybe, you can drive in San Diego, and I don't know how far that is, but let's say it's an hour or whatever. Go for it. Have a big radius. I'm not saying you should do it on days you're just going to turn the app on for an hour and work. Don't drive for an hour, Uber drive for an hour, and then go back for an hour. Don't deadhead for an hour. So just have a big radius was another thing. So it opened up a lot of markets to me and gave me a lot of options for my plan. Okay, this is a real good technical one, and this is an Uber specific one. Hotspots repeat, at least for me. What I've learned is that when you turn on the Uber app and there's surges happening, if you can find where the biggest surge is, so in my case last night, there was like some $15 surges in Syracuse. We were looking at it, and they're happening in the same spot over and over and over again. So if you see it, that spot, that $15 surge, if you wait 5 or 10 minutes, the surge will change, but you'll see where the hot spot is. Find that hot spot, and it changes every day. So it only lasts like 24 hours, give or take. But before you just turn the app on and start driving, and you know it's going to start surging, find out where that hot spot is, and then you can maximize how much money you can earn on the surge. So for example, Halloween night, when I made $800 something, there was a hotspot, a $30 surge that happened in the city every single time. So I would go down there to that spot, get the $30 surge, take a ride, and I would take the shortest ride I possibly could. I wouldn't get tricked into taking a long trip at all. I would take the 5-minute trip, get the $30 surge, and then drive back to that same hotspot and just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The hotspots repeat, and so find them on the map. Now the fourth one's kind of fun. This is a personal one to me. Have a friend, a co-driving buddy. For the first 5 years of me Uber driving, I was always out there alone. In this channel, you guys were kind of like the only people I had. And I would meet an Uber driver here or there. I'd see them or whatever. But the last half a year, give or take, you've seen Zeke on the channel. He's got his own YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. But Zeke and I have become friends, and we actually coordinate. We plan together, and that it's pretty amazing. So we'll have our earbuds in, and we'll be on the phone for hours, and we're talking to each other. So I'll give you an example how it works out. We'll meet up at the supercharger, and we'll start talking about, hey, did you see the hotspot? Here's this one, here's that one, and we'll start talking about kind of our plan. Then from there, when we start actually Uber driving, and I'm on a ride, I can't see the surges when I'm on a ride, but he can. And he'll be like, Levi, the surge is popping again, so don't take the next ride. And so I'll just keep declining rides, and then until I drop the passenger off, and then I'll go back to that surge. So it helps me coordinate. It's kind of fun. We can talk about so last night we were in Ithaca, and there was 4 or 5 party places. Now, Ithaca's super small, and we took a risk. It was risky to stay in Ithaca last night, but because of our coordination, I probably made an extra $100. I got more surges, and we both knew where each one of the parties were. So Argos was where one of the parties was, and there was another one. So we were just able to coordinate. It just helped me increase our tips. And then a lot of times with Uber driving in a super small place like Ithaca, the people that caught a ride to a place and the people that are leaving a place are the same people. So you might give them a ride there and back. I know for a fact that there were people that Zeke took that he didn't get a tip from that then asked for an Uber ride back, but they weren't tippers. I knew that ride and I just didn't have to take it. So yeah, it's fun. We were able to eat, our meals together, talk, to share stories. And so you're just not alone. So I'm a big, big fan of that. Find an Uber driving, a Lyft, a door dashing buddy, and kind of coordinate. That made the night so special. And I consider Zeke a really good friend. Okay, the fifth lesson. This is important. This is really important. That ride, what you saw was, again, I'll use discretion so that way I don't share the details of the passenger. But I got an Uber ride right before New Year's. It was like at 11:55 or something like that. And I drove to the pickup spot, and I got there, and I waited, and I waited. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's not coming out. Then she came out with 5 minutes to go, I guess. So maybe I accepted the ride around 11:40. I don't know. But she came out, and she had bags, lots of bags, grocery bags of stuff, looked like personal belongings. And she just wasn't a partier. Like New Year's wasn't on her radar. Something was going on. So she came out to the car, and I helped her load the bags in the trunk of the car. And we had about 5 minutes before New Year's. Then she said she's got to go back inside. She's got to go get some bun. Then I'll leave the details out of that. So I said, okay. So I went back in my car, and again, I had Zeke on my earbud, and I just started grumbling to Zeke. There's surges happening. It's about New Year's. It's like, this is peak Uber time, right? You get like 4 or 5 of these a year, and it's like, it's midnight. And now I got this lady's stuff in the trunk of my car, and I don't know how long she's going to be. And I'm getting frustrated, and I'm getting angry, and I'm saying mean things, I can be pretty vulgar and angry. Don't let my online persona fool you. When I get mad like everybody else. And so I'm just grumbling to myself. And she came back out. She came back out right at 11:59. She walks up to the car, and she's crying. Something's going on. And so she's like, can I just unload my stuff? And sure. Okay. So we go around to the back of the car. And as I go around the back of the car, I could see just the despair on her face. Something was happening. And we unload and everything. And I said, hey, you know what? It's midnight right now. Happy New Year's. She didn't respond to that. I think whatever was going on in her life is much bigger than my stranger, whatever, trying to be kind to her. But it changed my perspective. It changed my perspective in a big way. You can't let the gamification of Uber, of trying to make an extra buck, have you lose your humanity. And it's happened to me before, driving, like even last night, driving around. I was driving around, and there'd be somebody slow in front of me, and I'm trying to get to a surge. And you're like, just go faster. And you get anxious. That's what the problem with the gamification of the Uber app is, or Lyft, or any of these other ones. And we're humans. We should be kind to our fellow human. That's my fifth lesson. Yeah, it's nice to make as much money as possible, but I don't know. Let's say I made an extra $100 by speeding around town or whatever. I could have made $700 instead of $600. Is it really worth it to lose the humanity of it all? And I did. It was midnight, and my wife had just sent me a text message, Happy New Year's. And also I was into the Happy New Year's vibe and trying to earn big tips and big surges. And then boom, a break. No, not everybody is celebrating New Year's. Something everywhere around the world, there's something happening that's hard for somebody else. And just take a moment and don't, just be kind. And that kind of shook me up. And I thought I'd just remind you, and whether it's the next big earnings night, I think St. Patrick's Day for college campuses will be big for me, or whatever it'll be. But just be kind. And that's my fifth lesson of the night. Okay. Total change of subject here. I have super exciting news. Super exciting news. New Year for 2026. I want to make gig work fun again. The last 2 years, gig work has transitioned from being a fun thing to do. It started off as a way to make some side hustle money to a full-time job. And it got into a grind. Then the surges and bonuses when everything went away. I mean, so New Year's is definitely a once in a lifetime thing, or Halloween for the most part. I'm just happy to bring home $200 to $250. And so it became a grind, and it lost its fun. It's lost its spark. And I want to make 2026 my goal to make it fun again. I still want you to earn as much money as possible. I do too. But, considering, like, again, that story of the lady and what I did, having fun with hanging out with Zeke and all that kind of stuff, I want to make it fun. So to make it fun, Zeke and I started doing challenges. And that's been really fun. Like, who can get the farthest away from a city, who can get the longest ride or the shortest ride or whatever else. And I want to open that game to you. So you can earn up to $100. I'm going to have 4 challenges that I'm going to have from New Year's for you guys. Okay. $25 each. I'm going to Venmo, and I'm not going to do Cash App. I'm not going to do Zelle. I'm not going to send you a check or a money order or whatever, just Zelle or Venmo. That's it. Because I've got $100 on my Venmo account, and I'm going to Venmo you $25 for the shortest ride. So I'm going to rank all the shortest rides of the night. And if you're the shortest ride, I'll Venmo you $20 or $25. The longest ride of the night. So maybe your strategy was different than everybody else's, and you decided you want to take long rides. Okay, great. I'll Venmo you $25. Then the biggest tip. Whoever got the biggest tip. And I'm going to exclude some of you Uber Black people. No, maybe not. I don't know. Because Uber Black people can get such big tips. And if you're an Uber Xer, if you do Uber X or just Lyft Basic, yeah, I think I'm going to do it that way. Yeah, the biggest tip. And I'll use my own judgment on that. So just send me your biggest tip of the night. And it has to be in the app. Don't send me pictures of you holding a $100 bill. That may be your biggest tip, but I got to be able to verify this, right? And then the fourth thing, the one I'm most interested in, the most memorable story. So like mine, my memorable story was the woman that I didn't even give a ride to. I canceled and only made $4. I tried to cancel so she didn't get charged, but Uber still charged me. I don't know why. But yeah, the most memorable story and ride. So here's the formats. Again, it's $25 Venmo per category. So if you had all 4, again, it is what it is. Up to $100 total. The rules are simple. It has to be Uber or Lyft only. So no private rides, no nothing like that. It has to get a screenshot, right? And if the screenshot looks like it's photoshopped, you're not going to get it either. Because this is my personal judgment at the end of the day. So it's just for fun. We're trying to do some fun stuff here. And this is first one. It has to be between the shift of December 31st last night. Up to what, 4 a.m. for the first of January 1st. So it's like New Year's Eve. So I'm going to look at the time and go like, okay, yeah, you took that 3 years ago. I don't care about that. I want to know just last night, December 31st, 2025 till 4 a.m. on the 1st. Screenshot is required. You don't need to send me any write-ups except for the memorable story. Just send me the data. That's fine. And again, it's time, by the way, the shortest and longest rides by time, not by miles. So if you did a 3-hour long drive, that's what I want to know, not a 40-mile drive or something like that. And it's going to be email. You're going to email me at admin, ADMIN, at tipyouintheapp.com. And in the subject of the email, it has to say this: New Year's Eve or NYE challenge. If it says something else and I get like 1,000 people, I can't read through all your emails. So I just need to be able to sort through the emails and get this, okay? A screenshot of the ride. It has to have a screenshot. So I just need to know the data that's relevant to that story or whatever it is. One well-written paragraph about the ride. I'm going to read your story. So use AI. Just go into ChatGPT or Perplexity or somebody and just say, here's my story. Can you summarize this in one paragraph and make it a well-written story so this Uber YouTuber guy can read it? So just one paragraph, not a block of text. Use some punctuation. Write it so I can read it. And I only need a paragraph about the story itself, the submission number 4. Do not send me a poorly written thing. I'm not grading it. I just don't want to have to read it. I'm not going to try to decipher your voice to text and some of your spelling errors. I just, 'cause I'm hoping to get a lot of these, and I just don't have the time to go through them all if it's poorly written. Yeah, so that'd be fun. Let's make 2026 fun. Still be safe, earn your money, not ignoring any of that. But let's get back into gig work, at least what I thought was why I like to do it. Okay, shout out to Red Tiger, the dash camera. I just got the new F17 Elite. I'm going to be making some videos with it. It was great. That in color at night functionality works amazing, especially if you have a Tesla. A lot of Tesla drivers struggle because when it goes infrared and black and white, we get like the flickering because of the technology inside of the car. But the Red Tiger team with the F17 Elite have gotten rid of that. It's great. I love it. I really do. Lace fit mats. It snowed so much the last month here in Syracuse. I'm so happy. I have great rubber mats from Lace Fit. They work perfectly. And yeah, get some Lace Fit mats. Thrive. On this YouTube channel, if you join Thrive, it's like $3 a month. I'm going to read your comments first. I'm going to post videos for you first. Subscribers get the priority, or the members of the channel get the priority. If you don't want to pay, that's fine. I don't blame you. There's no worries. The Facebook group. Join the Facebook group. It's free. Go to Facebook, tip you in the app, find it. There's almost 1,000 people in the Facebook group. It's drivers only, and join that. Okay. For 2026, I want to remind everybody, let's make Uber driving, gig work, Lyft, DoorDash, whatever, fun. Again, that's the goal of this channel for 2026. My name is Levi Spires. This is the Tip You in the App Daily Drive podcast. Please, everyone, be safe, be healthy, and I want you to know that I am cheering for you. Be well. Bye.